military units kill dozens of terrorists and destroy their equipment and hideouts in the countrysides of Idlib, Homs and Dalla. The German defense minister asserts that military intervention in Syria would be negative and would not help to deal with the situation. The private International University of Science and Technology inaugurated a new building in the heart of Damascus. Upon the international community to shoulder its responsibility in this field. During his visit to Caracas, he asserted that our Arab region is the cradle of the three monolithic religions. Therefore, there is no justification for any fighting in our beloved land. The Patriarch said that we should achieve understanding under the Arab roof and stop war and destruction in our Arab homeland. We must also stop getting weapons from the West. Thus, we would bring back hope and peace to this holy land. The German Defense Minister Thomas de Maizière renewed Germany's opposition to any foreign military intervention in Syria. He asserted that such intervention would be negative and would never help to deal with this situation. Moreover, it would require huge costs and lead to great losses. Governor of Homs, Ahmed Munir Ahmed, asserted keenness to provide the citizens' needs, securing all living requirements. During his meeting with the International Delegation for Peace, which visits the city of Homs, the governor pointed out that Homs has suffered a lot because of terrorism, but it has started to recover now. The governor referred to the destructive role of the misleading media, which publishes misleading lies and distortion of the facts taking place on the ground, noting that the achievements of the Syrian Arab army makes the conspirators flop in their actions and statements. For their part, members of the delegation expressed their support to the Syrian people, stressing their will to help re-maintain peace and love throughout Syria, affirming that Syria will return stronger than it was before. The Syro-Lebanese borders became a passage to smuggle weapons and terrorists into Syria. However, thanks to the efforts of our armed forces and border guards, the border area became secure and many terrorists and infiltrators were killed.
The Syro-Lebanese border area has been throughout history the witness of brotherhood between the people of both countries. The news camera visited the border lines between the Syrian area of Joussie and the Lebanese area of Al-Bika. This road was always full of passengers and passing people between Syria and Lebanon. However, many citizens here told us that this border area has become a place for smuggling weapons and tourists into Syria from Lebanon. Many villages in this area became playgrounds for tourists who dug tunnels and trenches, but they were confronted and defeated at the hands of the Syrian Arab army. Our camera entered these Lebanese villages whose people don't believe in separating borders.
In the Homs countryside, the Syrian Arab army units have restored security and stability to various villages. They continue to chase the remaining terrorists and to comb other villages in the western countryside of Al-Qusayr. They found many tunnels, hideouts and torched dungeons used by the terrorist gangs against innocent citizens. The private International University of Science and Technology had a unique experience that enabled it to get over terrorism in Syria and the terrorist targeting of scientific personnel.
The private International University of Science and Technology had a unique experience that enabled it to get over terrorism in Syria and the terrorist targeting of scientific personnel. It had inaugurated a new building in the heart of Damascus. Syrian TV camera visited this university and watched the daily work of students and teachers.
We decided to continue the study here in Damascus, in the old city, and we hope to return to our university. And we are study all time to continue our courses in pharmacy, in dentistry, in engineering, all specialty in our university.
The various departments of the university continued their educational program after moving to their new center through the international Damascus-Daraa highway. Thus, it protected its students and employees who were repeatedly targeted by terrorist gangs who wanted to prevent them from continuing their studies. During a lecture at the Department of Dentistry, one of the students was interviewed.
We have an orthodontic lab in dentistry, and we make the wires to make a holy arch for the arch of mouth.
This university was able to reorganize its work in a very short time, benefiting from the unlimited support of the Office of the Prime Minister and the Ministries of Tourism and Higher Education, as well as the Governorate of Damascus. The students are thus continuing their studies with safety and stability.
With this, we end our news for today. Thank you for watching. For more details about Syria and the region and to view this bulletin again, you can always visit our website in English, syriaonline.sy. Now to latest business and market news with Nariman Qassam after a short break.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The manager of the General Establishment for Engineering Industry stressed that the establishment is working on providing all the needs of the electric sector domestically, specifically projects of the economic revenues which provide the foreign currency and support the national economy, indicating that the establishment will also depend on increasing and activating the renewable energy such as the solar energy and the photovoltaic cells, noting that those projects are implemented as the establishment is working on spreading the culture of using such techniques between people. The investment in the Chinese real estate sector has grown better in the first 4 months of the year, as the real estate companies also have improved, but still the sector's sales were slow due to the government constraints. The Office of the National Statistics in China said that the real estate investment, which affects more than 40 sectors, has grown 21.1% in the first 4 months of the year, while it has been accelerated, increasing about 20.2% in the first quarter of this year. The U.S. spot crude fell for the third day, the longest decline in 4 weeks, while futures slide as much as 1% in New York, as London traded Brent decreased for a second day. The U.S. shares climbed for a third week, extending its 2013 gaining to 15%. The European shares dropped from their highest level in almost 5 years before a report which may show that the U.S. retail sales fell in April for a second month. Gold fell more than 1%, near its lowest levels in 2 weeks, ahead with the US dollar rising, whereas the demands on gold decreased due to speculations that the Federal Reserve may decrease its monetary easing. In the spot market, gold retreated 0.8%, which is the lowest level since April 24th. The euro declined for a third day against the US dollar. Before data this week may show that the currency bloc's economy contracted for a sixth consecutive quarter in the 3 months through March. The 17-nation shared currency dropped from a more than 2-year high against the yen. The US dollar, on the other hand, was up against 12 of its major counterparts after benchmark Treasury 10-year yields climbed to the highest level in 7 weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, this was our economic news for today. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.